Bloods, we have the first emergency pod of our short lives. I feel like a real podcaster. I mean, I guess people have to listen to it for me to feel like a real podcaster. But
who cares?
I feel like Bill Simmons. I feel like Big Cat and PFT was just like, hey boys,
I feel like Luca just got traded.
Exactly.
And we gotta talk about
it. William,
I'm even gonna drink a Fresca. I'm so excited.
Our wives have challenged us to do this in 20 minutes, so I think we should take 2 hours and see what happens.
They don't even know.
William, you sent me a couple texts today, and I won't read them yet, but why don't you just voice some of your immediate reaction of the new HBO Harry Potter trailer, which dropped today and blew all our minds.
Oh my gosh, dude, I can't even, this is easily one of the happiest moments of my entire life, like notwithstanding like children and marriage. I couldn't believe it. It was a perfect trailer. It showed just enough, but not like a ton. So today was awful. Like I work at home.
I'm sorry,
not that hard of a job. I usually, like, if something's like we send a trailer, oh yeah, I can watch it. I'm at home. No one's like over my shoulder.
You're
like,
the trailer sender. You're the person in my life who sends me all the trailers.
I'm the guy who sends the trailers. Today, yes. I was in like meeting after meeting, phone call after phone call. I could not stop, and it was driving me insane. I was busy. People were texting me like, what is wrong with you? Why have you not watched this yet? And all I could do was be like, I'm trying. And then my kids got home. Brianna, my wife, jumping around the house, screaming with joy. My twins that are 5, they watched it with her. And then my kids got home, and I don't think I watched it till like an hour and a half after they were home. They get home at like 3:20, almost 5 o'clock by the time we get to watch it. And like my 2 older who are reading Harry Potter and love it, we watched it together, and the trailer was perfect. It showed so much. We can talk a little more about whatever, but it was nuts. And then when Brianna told me, she's like, wait till the end, there's something, and it said Christmas, I screamed. Screamed.
Merry Christmas, William.
Yeah, filthy animals. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
It was everything I wanted. It's incredible.
I'm in 2 different group messages with you, and in both group messages, your texts were, I'm a mess. That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and this is a top 10 day of my entire life. So those were your instant text reactions.
Yeah, they were. I stand by it.
I love them. I mean, yeah, I was able to watch it. I mean, I've watched it like 6 times. I picked my kids up, and
I've watched it now
them.
at least like 7 or 8, 10.
Yes.
I don't know, nonstop. I've watched it a bunch.
But it was like, yeah, I picked up my kids, and then we're sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, we're going to watch this right now. And we all loved it. We're all excited. Then we had Ernie's birthday party. I made him stop the birthday celebration. We watched it, with everybody. It's taken over. There's so much emotion in just a trailer. Like now, I don't even know. Expectations are so beyond anything that I could have even dreamed of.
Yeah, I've jumped the shark. I'm out of here. Like
it's over.
I don't even care. I don't even care. Like there's no way it could possibly live up to what I'm expecting in my mind, because it would be walking on water. Because I thought this trailer was everything I actually ever wanted. But also, fun fact, I'm pretty sure they're just going to call it Philosopher's Stone. They're like,
yes,
deal with it.
We've rewritten history. Sorcerer's Stone doesn't exist.
Which is fine, because that's not really canon anyway. It's a completely immaterial thing. It was just some marketing person decided Americans are too dumb to say philosopher. Let's call it sorcerer because it sounds more witchy. So
we're all British now.
Who cares? Philosopher's Stone is fine.
My immediate reaction, like the first thing I said was, I don't know if this kid can grow up to be a man, and I need him to be a man, in 10 years, but it doesn't matter right now. He makes me feel so sad for that little poor boy who was tortured and just wants friendship and just wants a home and wants to know about his parents, and he can make me feel all the feelings in the world.
Right.
And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So if we go through it kind of like at the just like highlights.
I have 20 bullet points. I have 20 bullet points that we could go through.
Just spew it out. Like, I mean, okay, first of all, the number one thing, I think they're doing what you want, what we wanted. Like, they're shedding light on things that were like mentioned, but this is the medium where you can actually show the story of Harry getting his haircut, of Harry getting bullied at school, all these things that we know happened, but they weren't like a scene in the book, right? They were written
Yes.
about, but they weren't a scene. You can bring that to life. They're going to show him at school. At school, like they're going to show you why is this kid. Scott, I was crying. Harry
I believe
Potter
you.
gets physically shoved into his.
Yes.
We
That's the
paused it. I
opening
looked at it.
scene.
I mean, he gets shoved into his cupboard. It's an unfinished cupboard, like under the stairs. Like I have one under my stairs, but it's like painted and it looks like the normal room. And I was like, he'd be much happier in my cupboard. Like
my cupboard under the stairs is a bathroom. So I think he'd be happier in mine too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's finished. He could easily pee.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like, and he's just like crying.
He's just crying in the fetal position.
I mean, look, we both have kids. We're softies now. Like
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So.
Yes, immediately hit all the emotion. Seeing him at school, I'm just like, accidental magic is going to be bursting out of him. I want to see him fly on top of the roof. I want to see him turn the teacher's wig blue or make something up. It looks like, I don't know, in the bathroom, maybe all the toilets start regurgitating and like it attacks Dudley. I don't know. Like I'm down for anything. Whatever they want to do, like I'm in no matter what.
Right. Because like I said, with us, it's never about like the movies changed things. It's just all the changes they made never made sense. And it was just an abomination. So like
bad decisions.
It was just all bad decisions. Like, and this isn't, I'm sure this show is going to make a, like what, whatever, who cares? The point is like, it opens with that and it was emotional. The music, the piano, like playing that, it blew my mind. I mean, what really stood out to me more than anything was like, they nailed the vibe. Like it's the 90s. Like
Molly and Petunia both look
Petunia with the glasses and like she's age appropriate. That real actress is like,
finally
mid-30s.
She had an Aunt May rewrite. She's finally the appropriate age. That's good.
Yeah. Instead of, a 50-year-old woman pretending to have a 10-year-old. Yeah, and he looks like a kid. The kid looks great. He sounds great. He looks great. I like the scar.
The oversized clothes.
Yeah, we paused it on like the thing when he's got his in the cupboard and his neck hole's like huge. It's cut. It's like stretched out. Everything is it's wild.
I mean, the Petunia scene, obviously, that's like the core of the opening. It's very emotional.
Also, not in the book, but like the hair cutting is, but like the hair cutting is.
Oh, but
her monologue of abuse.
Yeah,
like, but that's fine.
But surely it's constant. It was 10 years of that constant.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
and then it moves to Hagrid, and I cannot tell you how much I love Harry saying, "I want to know more about my parents." Which, like, this is like beyond a movie thing. We're not going to just trash on the movie, but Hagrid and Harry, I hate most of their interaction in the movie. Not what I'm here to do. It's that I get frustrated, like even in the book, where like Hagrid and Sirius and Dumbledore and Lupin have spent so much time with Harry's parents, and there is so little of like, Harry, let me tell you about your parents. Surely that is happening off book a little bit, but
off page.
Harry off page, but just him saying, I want to know about my parents, and then Hagrid is telling him about his parents because he knows Harry knows nothing about them. Like, I love that. I know that happens a little bit in the book, but that just seemed beyond that.
Yeah, you're right. But like that's another thing. Like the book, like they got to keep the book moving too, and like they just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, can the HBO show, have more time than the book? I never thought of that, but like they might.
But also, like, I'm a firm believer that like nothing's perfect. Like, I guarantee you, like, and I think people give George Lucas too hard of a time by like altering Star Wars, what he did in the past. Like, it's his thing. If he wants to do it, he can do it. I don't really love everything, but like, if she rewrote this, I'm sure she would change some things.
Right. But yeah, if you made I'm
not saying you should, but like,
no. But if you made the first book 900 pages, like you made 4 or 5 sets,
and guess,
6, 7.
Exactly. And guess what? When she wrote the first book, she had no idea it was going to be the massive global phenomenon to change the world of like literature for children for multiple generations, right?
Exactly. Did you cry watching Harry watch Ron and Molly hug goodbye?
That was it. That's the scene. Oh my gosh, Scott, I can't handle it. Like Molly looks perfect. She's got the bangs. She's perfect looking, and like the hug she's giving her son, and Harry's looking out the window. It's perfect. It's everything it was like I wanted to cry. It was beautiful. Like, look, like she's hugging a kid, her son, sending him off to the world, and Harry's
Because
looking
only a
out at
mother
it
can hug a
like,
son.
"What is that? I don't know what that is." Um,
It's setting us
and
up for for the hug at the end of Goblet of Fire.
yeah, exactly. But that was like, and you can just see like on her face, like the actress's face, like how hard it is for her to like let go of her youngest son and like sending him off to school. That would be an emotional time. Like if I had to send my kid off to boarding school for 10 months, I would be
Yeah,
a complete mess. I
it's
wouldn't do
insane.
it. Period. I wouldn't do it.
And
When
she
they're
doesn't know
11.
and she doesn't yet know that he's almost never gonna come home for Christmas because he's gotta stick it out with Harry. So,
Yeah,
first
exactly.
first 3 years,
Right.
he's not coming home.
Yeah.
Or 4
So they
years.
nailed that. That was
4 years.
that above all, that might be the thing that stuck out to me most of all.
Agreed,
Was that Molly Weasley hugging her kid.
agreed.
It was
And
beautiful.
it was. From there, we moved to Hogwarts, and, shout out Barry of the Retold podcast. He texted that seems very Hogwarts Legacy, inspired, and I
Mhm.
totally agree, and it looks
Yeah, which
amazing.
is a great choice, by the way.
Yes,
My
it
biggest
was.
thing is I really hope they capture, like, what feels like the scale of Hogwarts, and I know
Right.
that's harder to do in a movie than a video game with, like, digital assets and everything like that, but I think they have. I think they're going to, and it looks really good. Like,
The
it's dark and
Yes.
dingy because it is a castle, but it also doesn't look like just like it's black and white and disgusting like the 6th movie, and all the movie, like, those
Right.
were terrible. Like, when
The
everything is just like, "What if we just make everything dark and you can't see anything?" Just so you know, by the way, bad stuff's happening.
If there's any glare behind
Stupid.
you, if you're watching at home and there's any glare, nothing, just a black screen. Um, the stadium seating, classroom with, like, candles just
Oh, I
layered
love
on
that.
every desk was a
Yeah.
beautiful, unbelievable, something I've never conceptualized at all, like,
Right.
while reading or from a movie or even from Hogwarts Legacy. That just seemed like net new to the HBO show, and I loved it. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, that
I
was
could
beautiful.
I couldn't tell what they were studying on the screen. I
Candles
tried to look at
everywhere
it.
too. Candles
Yes,
everywhere.
which it has to be. That is the
Yeah.
light source.
That's
It's
what
the
they
only
use, the
light
sun and
source.
candles. They have the sun and they have candles. They should be like in
Um,
the Mines of Moria. They should have like the the mirrors,
yes, as they showed us in Rings of Power,
in Casa
uh,
Doom. In Casa Doom, they have all that. They
which
should do that for
again,
Hogwarts.
but they, which they allege is we have the sun whenever we want it, but that actually
Do
doesn't make
you?
sense because you can only have the sun when the sun's out. Anyways, what do we think of 3 new hats? We have a new McGonagall hat, which seems to have some fun shapes. The
Yeah, it's
Sorting
pretty
Hat,
stylish.
look,
I thought, okay,
yeah,
McGonagall's face, like, that's great. She looks like I like that she's
stern
stern. I guess I don't know how old
but fair.
Maggie, Dame
She's
Maggie
much younger than
Dench was,
Maggie.
or whatever, or Maggie, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
Not Jim mixing it up. Maggie, what's her
yeah,
last name? Because it's not Judy Dench. It's
yes. I don't know what her last name is. You're the
I
name person.
forgot.
The hat was stylish. I thought the Sorting Hat looked awesome. And
Yeah, it's actually
then
black.
yeah, exactly. And then Dumbledore's hat also very stylish.
Oh yeah,
I skipped to
Dumbledore would be
Dumbledore, but
stylish.
he looks good.
Yeah,
He's
you
also
don't get
he's also
much. You
holding
see barely Dumbledore. You barely see him.
and he's holding a tuning fork. Is this like the opening? It doesn't look like he's standing like in the
Yeah,
Great
I don't know
Hall. It
what
looks
the
like
heck
he's in
what
a
that
hallway.
was about.
He's
What
got
about the
I
part where they're like running across the tables in the Great Hall apparently, and there's something chasing them? The heck was that?
is
Are is the troll like what? That's what I
I
thought. And they're wearing like a windbreaker. They're in like a
yes.
like.
My thought was they
By the way,
finally
my wife says that Molly's sweater is awesome. Like, style it, like, super cool. Like, she's like, "I need that sweater." Like, whatever sweater Molly's wearing is beautiful.
My thought on the running is that they're going to solve the question of how are all the Hogwarts kids not 600 pounds, and maybe they have physical education, and
They should,
every day after breakfast they have to run across the
because
tables to get
brooms
out.
don't count. Brooms don't count. That's like,
No, they
yeah.
don't. Skipping to Quidditch, I see why first years are not allowed to be on the Quidditch team because he is smaller than his broom and he looks so tiny and so sad, which again fits the vibe of the trailer perfectly of
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
sad little boy. And I was like, how is he going to catch a snitch against these giant Slytherins? They're going to kill him. I'm legitimately concerned for this young Harry's
Yeah.
life.
I like it was against Hufflepuff. That's
Yeah,
the
not bad.
match we saw. right? Because
Yes,
it
you're right.
wasn't against Slytherin or anything.
Right.
Um, it was awesome. It was really
It
cool.
was.
Like the Quidditch looked and the unwrapping, like
Yes, that box looked amazing.
the Nimbus box looks so cool.
The
Like,
the the herbology room also gave me heavy
oh my
Hogwarts
gosh.
legacy vibes.
There
Looked amazing.
Yeah, it did. It was beautiful. The thing that gave me chills. There's a slow-mo shot with Harry and Hermione on Harry's right, our left, looking at it, and Ron on our right, his left.
Yes.
Like a slow-mo, and they're walking together, and Harry's like looking up in amazement at something, and like they're walking, the three of them. And I was like, oh my gosh. The kids are adorable. Like
They are.
maybe I mean, look, I have 4 kids, like we have children. So like I'm talking about my kid is 10. Like he's about to be 11. So like I'm looking at it,
It's
I'm like,
coming
oh
of
my
age.
gosh. Like literally the movie came out when I was 11 years old. The TV show is coming out when my son is 11 years old. That like actually means a
And
lot to me. Like it's a beautiful thing.
it
Um,
does. And again, we again, you broke down barriers for me. Again, like our childhood was like broken by getting so excited for Harry Potter and then it not living up to the standards. And now we've
yeah.
matured and we've grown and we are able to love this almost no matter what at this point. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. The only other notes that I have are Hagrid Snow Angel looks amazing.
Yeah,
Can't
it
wait
was
for just
sweet. It was kind. It was like interesting. I was like, I don't know why he's doing it, but it's fun. You get to spend more time with Hagrid and like get to know him
yes,
better. Like
frolicking around the grounds. Give me all of that.
there's a cut where Harry and Ron are like chucking stuff at each other on the Hogwarts
Yes,
Express. Like, do you think that's on the way
yes,
back, or they became that good of friends?
that
Like,
is
that
exactly what I
quickly?
thought. Are we
I was
bonding
like,
that quickly?
yeah, boys
Yes.
can do that. Dudes can do
I
that.
mean,
There, have you ever
it
seen
looked
like the video of like Henry Cavill and like some dude on a talk show where they figure out each other like Warhammer like 40K and like which is like the nerdy figurines like D&D type thing. I don't really know what it
thank
is,
you.
but right.
I had no
But
idea.
like him and some other guy, they're like, oh, you're into it too? Yeah. We'll talk after the show. Yeah. Like, and
Did
they're like,
did
dudes, friends, immediately, dudes.
did
Like,
we just become best friends?
yeah, did we just become a Step Brothers meme? Like, it's easy.
Exactly.
But it was awesome because, like, first of all, the kid they got for Ron, he's adorable. Like, what the heck? Like,
Yes,
he's
he
a
is.
perfect. He's got like a little more like the baby fat on his face. Like, he's a little
Yeah.
more cute as a button. Yeah, people think I'm putting this out there in the world like I'm weird. Whatever. I have kids. This is how I view this thing. Hermione looks great. Like she looks like a little like her hair is all bushy and
Yes, she is.
we didn't get to hear her talk obviously, but I'm sure she's bossy and we've heard her talk in the audiobook. And she's great in
Correct.
that. So we've heard her
I'm sure
and we've already heard some of her lines.
I'm sure she'll be voiced in the second trailer.
Yeah.
We got to see Snape in a greasy black wig.
Yeah.
I mean,
I defer to Mal and Joanna on Wig Watch. If you ever listen
yeah,
to House
true.
of
I don't know if
R.
it's a wig. That's
I
my
don't
bad.
It's definitely wig. It's definitely a wig. But they have like opinions on if a wig is good or not, right?
Right.
And like
Right.
I don't feel qualified to comment on the quality of the wig. All I'll say is that like obviously people make a huge deal. Not people, but like it's a talking point. Like, hey, they cast a black guy as Snape,
Very
right?
big talking point.
I've always thought of it like it doesn't matter what color he is. Like I said, I looked at it and I was like, that's a handsome man. How is that Snape? That's what I looked at it as. I was like,
exactly.
that's one handsome guy. I was like, I don't see Snape. But then the brief thing they showed him, I was worried that, you know, that picture of Jimmy Butler where his hair is like straightened and he did that
Yes.
for Media Day. That's what I was
Yes.
imagining they might do with Snape's hair where it's like straightened out. But the braids and the dreads, I was like, it looks fine. Looks good. I mean, I'd love to hear him talk in character.
Correct.
But yeah, he looks good, I thought. I was like,
he's
hey,
got a
cool.
curtain. He's got a curtain,
you know?
of
yeah. I was like, hey, looks good. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with it.
and he had like a hateable face. Like he had a face that looked angry and like I don't know. I assume Harry's somewhere around that scene. He just looked like I don't know. He looked like he had a Snape face.
Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, nobody can be as ugly as like, oh, that's not true. There's some really ugly people in the world. But
I mean, he's handsome. I just mean like a face that like is contorted.
I meant like the way like, you know, in books, like especially in Harry Potter, it's hyperbole, right? Like Aunt Petunia has a horse face and like, a long neck, and like Snape has a greasy hooked nose, and like everything's exaggerated. And Dudley is as wide as he is tall.
Yes, we just listened to that this morning. He's roughly the size of a killer whale, which is 4,000 pounds, a baby killer whale.
Right,
so,
and like I remember, hyperbole. And then dolphin-sized baby dolphin footprints, and I remember like talking to my kids, like, hey, like this is like what books do. I was like, they use exaggeration, they make you imagine
Harry
things.
Potter.
Yeah, I was like, it's just funny. It's objectively funny. So nothing wrong with that. But yeah, the glimpse we got of Snape, I was happy. I was like, I was just worried that he was going to have like an awful wig. And the little part we saw, I was like, looks fine. Looks good. Can't wait to hear him talk. See what he does. Dumbledore looked interesting. Such little we saw of him. There was a part where you could freeze it and see at least Fred or George, the whole Quidditch team together, which was really cool.
We saw the
hands in.
I enjoyed it. I had to pause, like, who is this? There's so many girls here. I was like, obviously it's a Quidditch team, but it took me a sec.
Yeah. Also, there's a part where they're having like a snowball fight on the grounds, and there's like a blonde girl. I'm like, is that Lavender? Is that someone? I don't know. I was like, it was just in the shot. In the greenhouse, we see Parvati, I think. Parvati, as they say in the new audiobook. Parvati.
We also
I think we saw Neville. Did we see Neville in the greenhouse? Was that Neville? You think?
I mean, if we pause it, we probably see, probably. But we definitely see Draco, Crabbe, and Goyle,
Draco
and
looks
Pansy.
17 in that shot. I think I've seen the picture of him. He doesn't look like an old guy. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, if he's 10 years old, I can't say this, but yeah, he looks like a good-looking dude. Like he looks great. But yeah, he looks like
he looks older. Like that shot of him looked older, and I guess it was Pansy Parkinson and Crabbe and Goyle with him, and they have their wands out. Like, what are they?
Exactly. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I was like, I've never been Team Draco. Like Draco, I hate him all the time. But
if you see him, like he's got a punchable face. The actor,
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. He's what he's supposed to look.
He looked amazing.
He
looked amazing.
We didn't see Quirrell. Not that I know of.
No Quirrell. Yeah, true. Not that I know of. No turbans. I didn't see any.
Also, there was a moment. I don't know if I'm sure you did see it, but Hagrid and Harry walking up the stairs out of the underground into London, and Hagrid takes his hand and rubs Harry's head. He like does it like, hey kid, oh, so adorable. I was like, oh my gosh, someone's loving him.
When we did all those reads for, the J.K. Rowling essays, the extras, like there's so much of like Hagrid and Dumbledore as opposing father figures. And I never really thought of Hagrid as a father figure, but he is in a lot of ways. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think they'll explore that a little bit.
Absolutely.
I mean, the overall is that we loved it and we're ecstatic and we're at 23 minutes and I think we're doing pretty amazing. And I can't wait to see everything that they throw at
us. Yeah, Christmas. I hope they do it once a week. I don't want it to drop all at once. It's got to be once a week. Also, I like that they leaned into the HBO of it. They're like an HBO original. I was like, it looked good. It looked good.
It looked amazing.
Even on compressed, terrible YouTube quality and all that other stuff.
I mean, we could start a countdown at this point, and I
got to work on that clock. Oh my gosh.
Start planning podcasts around it and the build up and trailer 2 and trailer 3 and our lives are beginning, William. The rest of our lives are beginning.
Yeah, we've been waiting since the moment I saw the first movie. I've been waiting for this moment.
At least since 2012, we've been waiting.
November, whatever, November something 2001, whenever the movie came out. I've been waiting for that since that moment. Since I left the movie theater. It's real. It's happening. It was beautiful. We kept it to under 25.
We're amazing. I love you.
Yes,
I love the Half-Blood followers. I love Harry Potter. And I love Christmas. So 4 for 4.
Can't wait.